Good evening, friends. Today I am going to speak about on English poem, one of the English poems, which is prescribed to that BA English of that Periyar University first year students, and poem number fourth, and introductions written by Kamala Das. You know that Kamala Das is a very famous woman poetess, uh, written many confessional work. She is a very good, nice, bold, courageous woman. About her life, I am going to discuss her grievances about this conventional patriarchal society. Through that we are going to understand. Before going to discuss about the poem, I am going to discuss about her biographical elements that is important. Uh, Kamala Das is undoubtedly a greatest woman poet in the contemporary Indo-Anglian literature, who has displaced diverse shades of that femininity in her work. She says that she displayed diverse shades of the femininity in her work, and she was born in 31st March 1934. 1934, before independence. She born in that British India, British India, but she lived in that free India, and as she born as a Hindu and family, but now she converted into that Islam, like that. And Punniyar Kulam, in that coastal reign of the Malabar. Malabar in that state of Kerala. Kerala is a beautiful and state. The people used to say like that, Garden of Eden. The people used to say either it is Kerala or in that Sri Lanka. Both are in that same and manner regarding for this. And Kerala, she was bilingual writer. I had gone to that same place. I stayed for 14 days in that area, but I did not know about anything. I know, but I don't have any idea about her birthplace unless I had gone to see her grandmother house. Her grandmother house. Many more things I had seen in that, but I did not give up. I give up that chance to see her and birthplace. She is fiercely feminine. She is a very fierce and courageous, very angry woman. Sensibility dares without inhabitation to articulate the hurt uh, it has received in that insensitivity, largely the man-made world. Insensitivity is a man framed a lot of rules and regulation and discrimination and exploitation done upon that weaker sections, and weaker sex is that women, and weaker class is that lower class people were suffered by that and insensitivity largely practiced in that free India as well as even recently. And one honest person is punished for by speaking that words, but the deed, exact deed who did, but they did not get any and punishment regarding for this. You know very well what I represent here. In her poetry, she is intensely conscious of herself as a woman. She is a very conscious person herself as a woman, not the opinions of that and other people. Woman means the some kind of norms and features. The woman means they must be and like this, in this way, her appearance, her mannerisms and everything for this. And in her poetry she is intensely conscious and focused more presence of mind of herself as a woman, not by compulsion of others. What is this woman is entirely different from the woman of others, and she is the very wise and very bold, very courageous, and also the very first moment she is a very fierce and feminine like that, and her vision is vitality of and particularly by a woman's point of view, by the particularized by a woman point of view. Men do not see woman as a woman, women as a woman, or woman as a and woman, but as the object and playthings. Even that my doll's house written by in that play woman used as a and the playthings in that place, an object so far and many and several centuries, even some of the women are used as a plaything to the husband, and object to the person, the object which make that children's and produce the children. And somebody is used to say like that women is that and child bearing and child producing machine, and people used to say like that she is preeminently as a confessional poet. I am also a confessional person. I would like to reveal everything's what I have sensed and different part of India I had gone regarding for this confessional means without hesitation, without and to consider others. We have to express our experience to others is more important. Confessional poet in this respect, and she may be regarded as a outstanding Indo-Anglian poet, outstanding, very famous, very prominent, very and majestic Indo-Anglian poetess of India. These are that some biographical information I have given about Kamala Das, the kindergarten school. Kamala Das, one poem when I was in sixth standard, I used to study. And Kamala Das, you did not mingle with other children, mingle with other people. She always isolated herself, as that statement of Vivekananda and Tanithiru, Pasithiru, Vilithiru, and be alone, awake, hungry. Like that, Kamala Das also did not join with others. She always isolated from the group, even at the time of picnic or wherever they go. Regarding for this, I am going to discuss about this poem and introduction. Introduction is important things, or any introductions about a person, and introductions about a thing, introductions about our writing. So introduction is essential to encaptivate the audience, encaptivate the and readers. That is more important. First, we know about the gist of that any writings, any work. Then only we can spend a lot of time to have that thing is very important. Introduction. What is introduction? And say about me, or about others. Say my biography myself is a autobiography, and my say about me by others is a biography. And introduction is that main information about this poem. Introduction is Kamaladas. Kamaladas and most famous poem. It is a very famous poem, just like Snake to the D.H. Lawrence. Lawrence Snake, very famous, nice poem. Elegy written in country churchyard is a famous poem of Thomas Gray. The Night of the Scorpion is that very famous poem of that Nizimisikil. Nizimisikil. But this introduction is a very famous, renowned poem of Kamala Das, etc. So many things we can and quote to realize all the things from here. uh, things from here. The confessional made, and she started the poem with self-declaration. So it is the self-declaration, and she used to say about herself. It is undoubtedly a subjective poem. It is that subjective poem. The followings to that and school feminism, how that girls are treated in that school in those days. Even these girls did not allowed inside that school, and before independence, only after independence only, and girls ratio and strength ratio of that school, colleges, universities increased, and the male ratio is reduced. Okay, the subject point flowing that school it is her the feminine gender, it is her feminine gender, that she is aware of very clearly know that state of her birth, and very clearly aware of her state of birth, and bring in society, and dominated by that and stronger sex, dominated by that she is know very well strongly about her birth, as well as and bringing in that society is in the and dominated by the stronger sex. Yeah, dominated by the stronger sex is a male in those days. Nowadays, dominated by the and stronger sex is female. Nowadays, female women are stronger, men are weaker. That is important nowadays. And the posing herself as a rebel against that traditional Indian society, rebel against. She protest against the conventional system is will be spoiled, because it is only illogical. It is that unwiseful things is practiced and followed, like and so the women should not go to in the public places and market places. Women should not sit before the man, and also with that stretching her leg or anything. Say, woman should not sit on the wall. Woman should not see anybody through that window. And that things. Women should not get education. Women should not go for job and getting money. Women should not raise any question against a patriarchal society. They must lead that dumbfounded or blind or deaf person in this world. That is the real quality nature of her husband. She born to render service to that man. It is not acceptable by Kamala Das. Huh? Kamala Das need one man to serve her. That is important. That is the reason I think also divorce one husband and married that another man like this. She is defines her social rules. Social rules. What are as a woman and you know that rules of that social rule, and rules and regulations of the societies, and wants to and free herself from that bondage of the do's and don'ts. She wants to liberate her free from that society of the do's and don'ts of that woman. No do's and don'ts to the man and a boy or a old man. Only do's and don'ts is fixed and framed to only that and women's. That is important. Theme of this poem. The poet speak about her depressed because you should not go, you should not eat, you should not sleep in the day times, and like that you should not go to school, you should not don't speak before that man, like that so many things. Depressed life, depressed. Nowadays women's girl children are set free. Nowadays parents used to, they did not send out to the and girl children in those days out of the house, But nowadays, people are sending their girl children to the foreign country, America, Russia, for that job purpose after getting nursing courses or MBBS doctors or many other high degree and high knowledge. The women are working in the foreign country too by the writing of. But in those days, before independent 1947, highly it is not possible. Disappointed, she faced in that present situation. Disappointed, she and faced in the present situation gripped with loneliness. She should not speak with anyone, she should not stay with parents, she should not stay with brother and stay with the neighbors, she should not stay with the boys. And that is the things, loneliness. She wanders alone from that one place to another. I am also like her, but I am a masculine. I am also like her, but I am a masculine. And she experienced guilt and guilt. She experienced a lot of guilt and consciousness, or some kind of getting feeling of and sinfulness ourselves. Guilt and feel that her the painful exposures are and completely guilt that is crime. They feel that her painful exposures are completely her own, as she had favor that the essence of that individuality, guiltiness, self-consciousness, and ஒரு குற்ற உணர்ச்சி, that is known as that we are getting some kind of the guiltiness for something happened to others என்னாலதான், and we are blaming ourselves that things was happened. My father is commit suicide, and also and my mother died, and sisters died, and I like a lot of negative things happens because of our guiltness, our inner consciousness, and our mind will speak like this. She also get they express her feelings and they give a bold decisions to opposing that all the do's and don'ts which is formulated by our predecessors. Now I am going to read that poem. This is that three line of this how many paragraphs for this இது என்னது த்ரீ line but it's not not in that any regular and system she didn't followed as a thought provoking way. She has written she started her and the subjectivities and her experience with that society is mentioned in this poem. The text, I don't know politics, but I know that name of those in power, and can repeat them like days of week and names of the mother, names of the month, and beginning with Nehru. The first three lines deals about that. I don't know the politics, but the men are no, huh? Men are no. Man is no that politics. What is politics? In those days, all the MPs, all the MLAs, all the president, all the state government employees, all the central government employees, only the men were worked. Nowadays, 50% of the place is filled with the women nowadays. Yeah. I don't know the politics, but I know the name of those in power. Those who are in power in politics, they know not such all the people who were in that office, prime minister office, know not. They can repeat them like days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like that month, yeah, all the 12 months, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. September, October, November, December, January. Again, January is coming. Month, and also Tamil month is too difficult. 12 month, yeah, Tamil month is a year that consists 12, but 60 years we have the calculation regarding for this. Those in power can repeat them like days of week, names of month, beginning with Nehru. First begin with first Prime Minister who Jawaharlal Nehru. Second, Moraji Desai. Then third, Indira Gandhi. Then again death of Indira Gandhi, Moraji Desai. Then again her son Rajiv Gandhi. After assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, who has Narsimha Rao was that prime minister. Narsimha Rao next, who is in the decorated office. After Narsimha Rao, VP Singh. VP Singh. After VP Singh, who is that? Chandrasekhar. So after Chandrasekhar is I.K. Gujral, the only the Thai wear and English speaking French beard and educated prime minister, highly educated prime minister is two prime minister. One is the Manmohan Singh, another one is the and I.K. Gujral. I.K. Gujral. After I.K. Gujral, after that I.K. Gujral, Vajpayee. Vajpayee is also a great scholar and bachelor. After Vajpayee, then again Manmohan Singh. After Manmohan, now present the most knowledgeable and respectable and the very dedicated the dedicated and most powerful Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he did not have any grievances of her one. He only lived for that upliftment of the poor people and middle class people. He only lived running that office only to save the country only like this. So Kamala Das know very well all the prime ministers from Nehru till date, but she did not know about politics regarding for this. I'm an Indian, very brown. Indian is a very brown with that magenta colors. The brown in that Malabar, brown in Malabar. I speak three languages, write in two language, and dream in one language. All the people will dream in only one language, that is their mother tongue, and that is more important. Which is that father tongue. All other second languages are father tongue. Father tongue. Yes, father is stands for wisdom. Mother is stands for love and affection. So we love that mother tongue, but we learn the language because of the wisdoms regarding for this and dream in one place. I don't write. I don't write. Sorry, I do not write in English. They said don't write in English because English is a foreign language, and you have to write in Malayalam. Even Rabindranath Tagore had got his education in England, but he write only in Bengali. But she got education in India, but he started to write in English. But other elders used to say, don't write in English. They said, English is not your mother tongue. And why not leave me alone? The critic, friends, visitors, cousin, every one of you, why not let me to speak in any language I like? Why should not I speak any language? But even I am speaking is English. Some of the people used to say like this: "You are a grandson of these kings, Charles and Elizabeth." Used to say, but in which language we are using? That is our language. That is more important. But mother tongue is also that is more important. Okay, the language I like. Why should not I know English? I can speak. But why should not you restrict me? Don't speak English, don't write in English, don't think English. That is my wish because I am living in the free India. I have that fundamental rights to choose any language, speak any language, get education in any language regarding with this. Yes, the language I speak become mine. The language I am not. But Kamala Das used to say like this: the language I speak become mine. It is distortion. It is quite mass. All mine, mine alone. It is a half English, half Indian, and funny perhaps, but it is a honest. But is a honest. It is a half English, half Indian, half English. Half body is to the Tamil, half body is English. With both the language is essential. Without mother tongue, we cannot learn any foreign language. That is important. Or we have to brought up by the foreigners till our infant childhood days. We can get their language regarding for this. It is a half English, half Indian. So funny perhaps, but it is honest. It is a honest things. Funny. It is a human as I am a human. A human as I am a human. Don't you see? Eh? Don't you see? It weighs my joys, my lovings, my hopes, and it is useful to me as a givings and echoing and flowing in all places. Is that is to crow, giving of that crow in all places, giving and roaring that lines, giving. Giving means crows, crow how that caw, 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 honey everywhere, the roaring of the lion, like that, roaring of lion. It is a human speech. It is a human speech, and the speech of that mind that is here and not there, here and not there. The mind that sees and hears and is aware, the mind that sees and hear, that is aware to use that language in correct manner, that is blind speech of that trees in the storm, trees in the trees in storm, and of monsoon clouds and of rain and the incoherent muttering, gasping. Muttering means speaking slowly, that should not be revealed or listened and heard by others, muttering slowly of that blasting funeral. I had seen that funeral fire, the sound at the time of the burning the body with sugar and tire and wood. It emits, it make that sound, the fire. And it was a child. I doubt about that. How did she know that? And the blazing of the funeral fire. Did she enter into the graveyard at the time of burning dead bodies on the pyre? Pyre. Pyre means the pill of wood to burn the and make an ash, destroy the dead bodies like this. It was a child. I was a child, and later they told me I grew and grew grown. Yes, I grew, for I become tall. I become that very tall person, tall, and my limbs swelled. My limbs are swelled and become very strong and powerful and strengthy one. And one or two places sprouted hair. Hair already, head is a common no. Only after crossing the 18 years, all the person have that hair in that one or two places. In these places, in our genital places, and we have hair sprouted. It is represent I grown up in that places. She used to say, all the people are doing like this. That things is happens to the boy too, man too. When I ask for love, not knowing so what else to ask for. எனக்கு என்ன she did not know what how to ask for. Why I ask for love? Because she did not know what for that love. What for the love? Well, love for that is sex. That's all. If that indulged sex, that break. And without the sex, any love goes to the marriage. After marriage, and that will end up with a divorce and separation by that legal another things. For what for love? She asked like this. The love for only the sex, the boy and girls with compassion for any other things they are making or anything, nothing for that only. Regarding for this, he drew a youth of 16 into the bedroom. And she drew a youth of 16 in that bedroom. She drew and he drew a youth, and a 16 years old boy entered into the bedroom and closed the door because she got in marriage. After the hair was spread at one or two places and limbs become well very tall, immediately she got married with the and a 16 years old boy, and he closed the door. He did not beat me. He did not beat me and kicked me or anything. But a sad sad woman body felt so beaten, felt to beaten on the and the morning time. She gets too tired regarding with this and beaten. The weight of my breast, some of the women used to remove that breast because too large. It is not made them to walk. There should be and by the cesarean, by the with the help of the doctors, and reduce its and weight of this, the weight of that my breast. And all the Kerala peoples are having very large and very weighted one, very large one, are like this. My breast, the womb is crushed me. The womb at the time of pregnancy is become very big one. I string and pitifully I become that very and lean person at the time of maternity, pregnancy. My wombs are pressed me. My breast become that very and huge and large and string. Then I wore a shirt and my and brother trousers. Then after that situation, cut my hairs shortened and ignored, and I wore that the brother dress means will be punished before age attainment. That is okay, no problem. But after that attain that age, become that and woman attain age and doing that cannot be aspect as per our custom, and cut my hairs shortened and ignore my womanliness, dress in sari, but I should not wear the trouser, and I should not wear the shirt, I should not wear the t-shirt or anything. Nowadays in the 21st century, all in the 2023, in all places, even the village women are not willing to wear the and sari. Only the compulsion that is happened, but all the college going, school going people used to wear that jeans pant and tight shirt and many more things in the modern age. And womanliness, dress in sari, be girl, be wife. They said, be embroiderer. You have to make decorate the cloth with the and several patterns. Decorate by the sewing patterns on that. It is with the needle, or with the needle with the thread. We have to design upon that. That is very important. Girl means they must wear sari, they must be a girl, they will be as a wife, and they said be embroider, and become be cook. Be cook is more important. Be quarreler with the servant to control them servant, and fit on hoe. And Blanc cried that categorizes, and don't sit on the wall and peep through that our lands dropped windows, and that is more important. Be Ami, very humble and simple, lovable person. Be Kamala, or a better still, and be a Madhavan Kuti or something, Kuti, Pani Kuti, like that. Kuti, it is a time to choose a name. It is time to choose a name and a role. Don't play and pretending games. Don't play that pretending games. Don't play hide and seek with the boys. Any other anything for this. Don't play the schizophrenia. Schizophrenia means that the kind of things which is not connected with that mind, our activities or anything, our speech or way of life, and doing some things that is not connected, irrelevant things, and that is more important. Schizophrenia. And be a nymph. Nymph means the woman's loved, and be ready to have sex with her husband, nympho, and very beautiful and attractive and mesmerized women always have that makeup consciousness, dressing consciousness, and are many things. And don't cry impressingly loud. We should not, even that any problem is happened, we should not impressingly cry impressingly loud. The when jilted in love, any problem is happened by the husband or anyone, should not cry by the open mouth. These things in love, in love. Or I met a man and loved him. I met a man and loved him. Say, call him not by any man. Don't tell that husband name or something like this or any man. He is every man. He is every man who wants a woman, and just as and that man, her husband is exerting, and I must I must be render the service, and to him so like other women, but I will not do like that. She is express and protest. That's why, and nowadays men are doing servicing, rendering service to the people here. The woman who seeks love in him, the and hungry heart, and of rivers in me. The oceans tireless and waiting, ocean tireless. The life and other activities like a ocean, and she has to do that activities and work from morning to evenings and without rest, like a river. She should render service to that husband, family members, and father, and many more things. Who are you? I ask each and every one, and answer it. It is I, and anywhere and everywhere. It is I, anywhere, everywhere. I see that one who calls himself I. But I is an I, you is a you. But you should not and try to change me as your own way. But you have to change yourself. I will not disturb you, but you will not yourself. In this world, he is tightly packed like that, and sound in its sheath, and sword in that sheath. She is like he is tightly packed like that sword in that sheath. How that sword is fixed in the same manner. The cloth is very stiff. Kamaladas used to wear very tight cloth like our modern girls to, and see all the up and toe, all projection of that back beauty, front beauty, or something like this. She loves, she don't likes to, and lives as a conventional woman. She wants to live as a modern woman. She don't likes to care about any do's and don'ts framed by that any person. It is it is I who drink and lonely, drink lonely, drink at that 12. I who drink lonely and drink at 12, drink at 12, the midnight in that hotel of the strange town. But she did not already stayed in the house. She did not obey all the words of the parents or word of husband or anybody's as English speaking and English writers. She had gone to several towns. In the towns, she used to drink alcohol in the as a lonely. She did not ask any companion. I am also used to go alone and enjoyment in the different places. I don't want any companion means that bring lot of concern to us, problem and suffering to us while spending our pocket money to others. That is more important for this. And drink at 12 midnight also she used to drink, and also the midnight in the 12 and midnight in the hotel in the strange town like Chennai and Delhi and Bangalore and Calcutta, many more places she visit. It is I who love. It is I who love. It is I who make love. I can love, and also I can make that love of myself, and then I feel shame in a what purpose. After that, all things. After last night, I used to drink in the night only in the 12 in the midnight in the morning. As finish the strange town in the hotels and laugh and make that love. Then I feel shame. This is it our life shame, and it is I who lie dying with the rattle. I who lying with the lie dying with a rattle. Rattle means I'm going to die with my sexual and feelings are like thing like this. Rattle in my throat, rattle in my throat. I am a sinner. I am a sinner. Kamaladas is a sinner. I am also a sinner. We are also a sinner because of the disobedience with God, disobedience with the parents, disobedience with breaking the well-formed rules and regulations. That is important. So the beloved, in I am a sinner, I am a saint, I am a sinner, I am a saint, I am the beloved, I am the beloved, and that betrayal, and that beloved and betrayed. loved and betrayed. I have no joys. I have no joys that are not yours, that are yours. I know that are joys that are not yours, and aches which are not yours. My joy is also not yours. My aches, the pain is also not yours, not yours. I too call myself my joy, my happiness, my pain, my failure, everything. For whatever happened in my life, I only responsible for everything. You only responsible for your life. I only responsible. Kamala Das said like this, call myself I Kamala Das. Kamala Das. Close to muttering means a complaint or expressed privately. That is called speaking very slowly to the ears of that other person. Jittered love. I had suddenly unkind and jilted. I had suddenly unkind and of that romantic relationships. Know that three languages. She know that Malayalam, Kannada and English. She can write in English and write in Malayalam, but she can only speak in Kannada. But she think in mother tongues. Write in two means you can write Malayalam and English, and dream in one Malayalam. Only is dreaming and many things for this. It is and dream in one Malayalams, and which is that one usually dreams. I can write, I can speak and I write in two languages, Tamil and English, and also think in speak in Hindi too, or little bit of Malayalam, many more things. And why not leave me alone? The glimpses of this poetess spirit, inconsistent, instinctively rebelling against all form of restriction by the parents, restriction by the husband, restriction by the society, restriction by the government, are many things. Why should not leave me alone and live as that free girl in this world? She asked like for this. Glimpses of that poetess spirit instinctively rebelling against that restraints. When you put that restraints to not to do some things, you will they will make more, and because all are atheism, they will atheism natures. It is harm. I am a human, just as a humans liable to make mistakes. I so Kamala language is not without errors. Without errors, GM too. I have commit lot of error while speaking, while writing, while reading, sir. It is a human errors. It is nature for this. The speech of that mind, the language to through which feeling such as joys, desires, and aspiration, etc., is a man for this. They here are not there. Here are not there. Point of this anything. The coherent of muttering, the speech at the low voice, not meant to be heard by that others. That is known as that others. Others only between I and the second person. And blessing means the burning strongly and powerfully with the noise. Many thing for this. Asked for love. Express that bewilderment of that innocent young girl who sought love but experienced raw lust, experienced a raw lust which led her the feelings assault and defilled. And yeah, curious with that servant, quarrel with the servant. Why that all the masters used to quarrel with the servant? Yeah, the people advised Kamala to be quarreled with the servant, as otherwise the later will get that upper hand. The servant will be dominated by us. So we have to belong means to feel comfortably belong. Belong. To feel comfortable and happy with the situation one placed in. Why, if anybody is followed anything, I will not belong to anyone. Categorizes the people which traditional and thinkings, the traditional thinking, who considered men and women as distinctive categories, having that specific dress and role. Men have to go and work in that outstation office and many more things, but women must work in that house. Dress is sari, man is putting pant, trouser, anything for this Indian time, anything. Astrology. Schizophrenia is already there. The mental illness which a person's become unable to link thought, emotions, and behavior, leading with leading to that withdrawal from reality and relationship. We cannot connect our feelings, thought, and everything to that realities. and other relationship. That is more important. Nimbo means a woman who has sex and want to have sex very often, even in the day and the night. Be ready to sex with the husband. That is and nimbo. In those days, people were lived not and hungry to had rivers. An image through which the lover's strong sexual passion is reflected as the river rushes towards that ocean for union with later. So the lover the moves towards that beloved fulfillment of his sexual desire always continuously till her end of her life. That is more important. The ocean's timeless waitings and imagines through that which beloved is in that infinite patience for that proper sexual union will her lover is expressed. The oceans herself in that object correlatives for that beloved psychic state, and that I am a sinner too. And whenever his husband come, be ready for that same thing regarding for this. I am a sinner, I too. The poetess sum up her introduction by identifying her with countless others around. All of the whom represent the bundle of that contrary futures. So that all the way she has lot of contrary futures in her life is more important. Very good, nice points to realize all the things grievances is expressed by that modern girls by the Kamala Das is executed and fulfilled by these modern girls, those who are living in India as well as that any part of the world. Thank you, friends, watching this poem. I hope definitely you will subscribe, share, and press the bell buttons. To develop your listening skills. Listening skills is more important. Without listening, you cannot understand anything. You have to listen repeatedly again and again. That is very important. Thank you for watching this once again. Thank you. Bye.